last year.
Yeah.
And they had repaved it and widened it.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, it's really pretty nice. It's just all switchback, so.
If you move that tray just a little bit out of the way, then this camera will capture you.
You what?
So if you move that tray just a little bit that direction, works too. There we go.
What do you want me in there for?
Well, you're as good as any.
Yeah.
She needs an ugly mug on there too, you know. This is the clown that did this one.
Yeah. Clown's working on woodwork. This is something similar to what it's supposed to look like when.
Oh, that's cool.
It's woodwork and woodwork.
That's my master bedroom.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. There was 3.
Everybody quiet. She's here. Can't talk now. Hi, Jesse. How are you? Love you.
Love you too,
So that's in your master bedroom, huh?
Yeah, this was made
Oh, were you
In
doing
eight-
the Laughing Bear?
the 1890s.
I love that.
Oh, yeah.
And it's all, this is
Well,
the
that's
Indian
something, but yeah,
architecture
I
room.
started this morning like that too.
And
In fact, I
there's some
actually
broken
brought it
pieces, and there's
to
some
you.
missing pieces, and I'm going back and fabricating it with the original
I need to have
wood.
another tool for me.
So everything will be back original and all be back together. That's what I'm doing throughout the whole house.
See what it was. I dug a pattern out of the closet there.
Oh, I need you to look at tonight. I just got it. And I'm not good. I'm gonna say, I want you to look at it. Tell me what you think.
Okay. See my walking stick?
Nice.
Did that all last night.
Oh, that's nice.
Could give me some sticks. I just left them out there. I was going to burn. And I kept looking at that one. Oh, well, man, that's going to look neat. That ought to look neat. And usually I do that. Sparrow stuff.
Yeah.
And, I started on that last night. Took the bark off of it. Kind of sanded down some edges. Had at it. Cut that one free. Yeah, everything was
Oh, you had a good day on that.
I started a little after 5 and 8:30 I was sanding it and polyurethane. That's nice. You make that
What?
your pouch.
No, actually, I bought that in Muncie last year
Oh,
when we were
did you?
there.
Oh, okay.
Get you
Some
some
of
new
these
tools.
things, I need to go get my, you look at these.
I like these. I like these.
Oh, I do too.
What's it need sharpened up?
Needs.
Is that what you need them sharpened up?
I don't know what it needs. Just want to show you. Okay.
See, it's pretty sharp.
Okay, so you got something to, but see, I don't know if it's this one or not, but I'm getting
Yeah.
all these splinters in here.
Sounds feels like a good night for a
When I
nap.
do that, so I'm trying to.
It's rainy weather, cooling down.
Now, this one doesn't do it, and I even got the 1/4 inch.
Hi, darling. How are you?
Since you hugged me last week, I have been sniffling the whole time.
Well, you ain't the only one.
It's all your fault.
Good antihistamine will take care of that. Ask me how I know.
I know. Show me the technique. So you're holding your thumb.
He didn't hug me, and I didn't stay far enough away from him.
Hey, I'm gonna blame it on time anyway. Charlie been exiled?
No,
Charlie been exiled?
no, he's just antisocial.
Thursday morning, I got up and went to work. I worked for an hour and went home with bed.
How you gonna get there tomorrow?
Huh?
How you gonna get there tomorrow? That's what I want to know.
Get where?
To work.
Flu.
Swim.
Slow?
Float.
Float?
Take
No, you don't have to float, you'll slide.
Take a boat.
Yeah.
We're supposed to have freezing rain tomorrow
Your
morning.
fishies turn out.
Well, he is.
It's good to me. But none of my always look like that.
And there's a little plaque that I did with a power carver
Oh, that's neat.
and painted that. That's all ink dye in there. And then this is metallic paint and then a gold leaf to
Oh,
See, those
right
Neat.
sides.
4 ounce too.
cool.
My little buffalo.
Well, even my eye.
Yeah.
I can't see it real good here.
People keep giving me challenges there on the internet, you know. But why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? And then I do it. And they're like, oh crap, I didn't think you could do that.
When we were.
You can do any number of things you don't think you can do.
Finished a wolf yesterday that they'd asked me to do. It's on a great big one of them log slabs, you know, it's got the bark around it.
I ordered these two, and he said.
I did that with mahogany stain, and then around the outside of it,
But
I put
I didn't know if it
silver
was me or.
paint, silver metallic stipple all around it to make it really pop.
I've been trying to sharpen it. And I have
Put
this.
2 coats of triple thick on it,
That's all I have.
and it's sitting there in the utility room
And
drying.
I think it's sharp enough. It seems like it's sharp enough.
Yeah, it seems like it, yeah. I have at home a different drop
That one was wood burnt.
micro.
I've done a little bit of that, but not enough to where I know what I'm doing yet.
And I won't be
I pretend I do, whether I do or not.
So.
It works,
Can I
doesn't
look
it?
online for it?
Fake it till you make it. And they're impressed.
You can actually do that.
And what it
Wow.
is, it's
I was like, watch here.
And you can come on in.
How you doing?
Good, you?
I gotta see if I'm getting skinny.
Looks like it.
Trying to get back to my high school playing weight. 5'1", 110.
Hell no. Wait till I say high school.
Playing wide receiver, 5'1", 110.
When I graduated, I weighed 145 pounds.
How much? You
145.
graduated?
Yeah.
I tried 120, 125.
Now I'm about 185.
Well, now the military is 155. But I popped up to 203, 204. That was January 12th. So, let's see where I'm at now.
Want me to put my foot on there? Oh, that's right, you want to lose weight.
Yeah,
So you weighed 204 in January?
January 12th.
Oh, really?
Yeah, let's see what I'm at now.
Doesn't look it, does he?
I don't know if you'll walk out of this room alive.
176.8.
Huh?
176.8. So 27 pounds.
Dang, that's
That's
good.
just taking the bricks out of his pocket.
You're lucky. I just stepped on a little bit ago and the thing said 1 at a time, please.
That would be nice.
Yeah, 'cause I know what I'd have told you.
I would eat lunch at work, and then they'd have some pizza from a meeting that
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
eat 3 or 4 slices. I just eat too much. And
Oh, I do too.
big bowls, and I use small bowls and small plates.
Yeah.
So I ain't fat. I ate bread and.
I don't eat much, but I don't move either.
I just gotta figure out. I gotta be smart.
Monday and
Usually I
Tuesday,
don't
but
stop. But
today,
if
not
our
so
team
much.
wins, and if I could win,
Well,
that's
that
$300
job I had ruined me because I sat
So,
Uh-huh.
and I'm
12 and
healthier
18
that
hours
way.
a day.
I was-
Yeah.
My knees
and just sat and typed. My fingers was the only thing that got any exercise. And I did
When I
that
start
7 days a
feeling
week,
kind of
365
bad,
days
you
a
know,
year.
just
Yeah.
feel like
No
you're
exercise.
overweight, and then
My exercise was falling over and taking a nap and getting back to work.
that's good.
That was
Hey,
it.
good luck.
Yeah.
Most exercise I'd get is going to the bathroom and
Yeah.
get up to the bathroom and back.
All right. So I will
They
wait.
come up and walk up here every morning. That was fantastic. But there ain't no way,
That's the 160.
all the guys that I walked with are gone.
Yeah, that's the 160.
They died?
Got the one-
Some of them did, some of them moved away. I guess they didn't like me
Than the
anymore.
other one.
Well,
Anyway,
you can walk by yourself.
Yeah, but it's just.
You need them to hold you up?
Huh?
Do you need them to hold you up?
probably.
Do I what?
Did you need them to hold you up while you
Oh,
walk?
well, I know, but I'll just tell you, it's a lot more fun to be able
Oh,
to.
I
okay.
don't know why I
Oh,
got
I
it.
rather walk by myself.
Well, actually, I had 2
Yeah,
gals.
you
that
wouldn't want to walk with me.
for a
You'd
while.
never get anywhere.
I actually took walking in college because I had to have a gym. I took walking. They carried me with the heftiest girl. Old lady and the hefty girl.
Come here, let's sit and rest a while before we walk in.
And she would tell me things that would make your hair.
I can't really see.
Yeah.
Oh, honey, thank God you're not my
That's
daughter.
why I didn't.
Dog you forever.
I'm just gonna have Bob do some, drive down here maybe
I got a friend that lives in North Carolina that she was a wild child
before I.
when she was growing up. And she tells some of the awful stories ever was.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I met this new guy. I had my shirt on the weekend. I'm like, this is none of my business.
Yeah, this gal, she's not much younger than us. And she she tells some of the most wild stories.
A lot of my,
I like the sun.
Tickles me to death. I could sit and listen to her for hours.
I do my hair. Sometimes.
Her name is Audrey. Like the plant in the...
A little bit, yeah. I love this thing right here.
Yeah, I like that little bend.
That is so nice. And it's so sharp, like things that I have.
Yeah.
Okay. I hope you get one of those.
I didn't bring my gun. So you can try to whip me.
Kids at school, you know I can take you. Yeah, what do you think about? Okay, I'm gonna go over and see what Charlie's got to do tonight. Still working on it. So, next time, you're going on vacation.
No,
Now you go to a dinner.
I'm going to a dinner next week.
He said
Baby's got that her annual banquet.
I thought he said it was the fireman's cotillion.
And they're having
Children?
a person there talking about Eagle Bowl.
You know, he's one of them high hoity-toits.
Don't understand Eagle so bad.
I don't know. That's gosh.
That is like the thing I want to see, is an eagle.
He thinks he's a dandy.
You take one
Yes.
out, 7 1.
Okay.
Okay. You know where the lob is? Loblolly Swamp?
I have been there, I don't know if I can.
Yeah, if I had to walk with you, I'd say, hey, look, there's a ball. Let's go in there.
Because I
It's just, we'll be walking in.
My daughter and her family came up for my mother's funeral. And I figured they'd been, and then we went to Pizza King for dinner.
Bet. Anyway,
And I figured those kids been in the car all day long. I said, come on, you want to walk? It's cold and
I
crap.
used to see them every
And the
time.
two
we
little
went out,
boys said, yeah.
but
Emma said, no, she's too good for that crap. So
I usually see
we took
two.
off, and Dustin, which is their daddy,
when they would,
oh, is it safe to walk at night? Like it's Portland.
either Monday,
And so he was just having a cow.
I took it back way in the.
So we saw the library, and one of the little one goes, we go in there?
It's off
Well, of course we can go in there.
There's that gravel pit.
Dustin's driving by, right behind us.
I
So
come
we make
along
sure
in,
that we're safe.
going north.
I'm like, good God, these kids need to move after being in the car that long.
That's an interesting picture. Oh, that was great.
Burn off some of that energy.
I mean, he was
I
loving
mean,
and
My mom used to get so mad at me when we go on
the other
vacation.
day,
We drive to Florida. And when I get in the car, as soon as it started moving, I was out. And she'd get so mad at me. She'd be waking me up all the time. She'd say, wake up, you're supposed to be looking at everything. You're supposed to see stuff. That's why we're on vacation, so that you can see something else besides what's at home. Wake up.
we're on vacation so I can sleep.
Yeah, I just want to sleep. I conk out.
So there's the Lob, and then east of Geneva.
She didn't know when peace and quiet was good.
Really?
Now,
I mean, if I was awake, I'd be picking at my brother, you know.
She's touching me.
She's touching me.
they're on the south side of Red Bull. There's a road that turns. If you would take that, up over the old road.
Hell, if she's asleep, leave her alone. She ain't bothering nobody.
Exactly. That's what I do when we go to
Down there,
Texas. I sleep.
about a quarter mile off from Red Bull. Look to the south, and there's a woods there, and you can see their nest up there. And last weekend, we went on a eagle watch at Salome Reservoir. And the neighbor went last year and was telling us about it. We want to go. So we went. He took us.
That was a beautiful weekend.
Oh, it was. It was cold.
it's not like messy, this is.
Yeah. And we went to the interpreter center. They had a talk to us, you know. And then we had caravans we took. You know, we parked. They had like 40 groups of 20 cars. And first group was left and we left the first group. And of course there's a little snow up there. And went over to one spot and there was an eagle nest. You had to have binoculars to see it. A couple guys had spotting scopes set up, but you could really see it. No eagle, so we went over to the dam, and there was 2 of them there. And you seen them fly across the river, and then landed in the trees, and with them spotting scopes, it just pulled it right up there. And the neighbor got a new pair of binoculars. So, you want me to call you? Okay. What do you want me to call you? Anything but late for supper?
Honey child.
That would be good.
And then we went from there, from the dam, we stayed about 10-15 minutes at each location. Then we went on over, took quite a drive, and went to this other road where there was a road, and all these eagles kind of migrate there for the winter because the river doesn't freeze, and they can still fish.
Because there's a long John Silver's and they don't like to fish.
There was probably 40 bald eagles back in the trees.
Remember Arthur Treachers?
It was,
I loved Arthur Treachers.
They had the best biscuits in the whole world.
I don't get excited over some of that stuff, but
There was
I was
a,
pretty excited.
I was working in Montgomery Ward over there in Richmond,
So,
and there was a girl
you
that
know, we
I worked with
See
there
that?
at the store, and she had a friend
and then we
that
left,
worked at Arthur Treachers.
and they had a
And
place
so
set
when we'd get off work was the same time Arthur Treachers was closing up, and we'd go over there to Arthur Treachers, and all the biscuits they had left over, they'd give us. And we'd pig out on them biscuits.
Get down, well, we see 2 or 3 bald eagles there, and get there and there's these pillars. That's
Now, were you from here originally?
still tower.
Diane and I went to school together. Well, she's
Bank of
different years, but
that evidently
over in Ohio.
years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Me and Tom went to different schools together, too.
Did you? Well, we went to the same school, but different years.
I wanted to cross,
Same town, same school.
but it was cold, it was freezing rain.
Whereabouts in Ohio?
The
Lewisburg.
river was up,
Lewisburg?
yeah, and sometimes on
Down there on 49.
Yeah.
if you
40 and 503.
Been there, done that.
Dark and Pearl County Line Road.
Where a friend of mine died over there, lived over Eddie Bean.
Who?
Ed Bean. He was from Fort Recovery. He was a commercial pilot.
Ooh.
And
this one's kind of rough.
he flew experimental helicopters
Sometimes
when in his off time.
Taking the
And he
experiment
just-
failed?
Yeah, had one that went down on him.
You don't usually get a second chance with those things.
sometimes
My husband was a flight instructor for Cessnas,
Oh, was he?
and that was his part-time job. His main job was working at Kettering Hospital, but Kettering,
That's where my daughter was born.
and he always said on them helicopters, he says, stay away from them things, too many moving parts.
Yeah.
Well, the glide ratio isn't real good on those.
Yeah,
Yep, the glide ratio doesn't work too good.
I'm starting to finally get my heart.
I like the way you did the lid there. I never can see the oldest one you just took that single line and just made it. Yeah, it makes a difference.
we used to have a lot of fun though with his flying, because
I got a smaller knife that sometimes.
on the weekends we'd go up there to Brookville Air Park, and
I know where that is.
he'd get a plane, and we'd just fly someplace for lunch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My uncle he was a pilot for years. He lived out in Dayton.
Hi, Dickie Jones.
Still waiting for a phone call.
And
Yeah.
Meet me.
I was
his
gonna
wife,
call you.
when he got married, his wife told him, he
Last night
says,
I thought I
you will
would
get
come
rid
I
of
had
your
food
plane
yesterday, so.
and we'll get married. So he got rid of his plane, they got married. She died, and he was living in California, El Cajon.
I was
He got in his car, loaded everything he had in the back of it, and he came back over to Fort Recovery, and the first thing he did was an airplane.
Of course.
Oh, so sad looking.
And he taught me to fly.
Happier?
See, I told
That was
you.
that was fun.
That would
Yeah.
be better.
That's a little.
I never wanted to learn how to fly one. I was satisfied, let him fly it and we'll just go someplace, I'm satisfied that he knew what he was doing and never bothered me.
I've got a friend that's got a Learjet,
Wheaton's on the way back.
and
Yeah, 'cause
we
they had that
fly
one
down
out
to
there
Florida,
that
just sails down there, and
So they were going Friday
we
night?
took off down there. We were down there for 4
Yeah, they
days
should probably be home
at
Friday.
sail, and all of a sudden he tells us, he said,
God coming in.
everybody in the plane, he says, we're leaving. And he said, we're not supposed to leave until 8 o'clock.
I don't know if he
And it was noon. He says, everybody in the plane, we're going home. We said, we're leaving. And didn't tell us we're going home. He said, we're
Well,
leaving.
if that helps you any.
Well, we watched the sunset down in Key West. We flew down to Key West and had supper and watched the sunset and drank a couple margaritas.
It comes in a little bag like that.
We coming back. The pilot
It's
says,
basically just for your.
he looked at me, he says, you want to fly?
That would be great.
I was sitting over there and, see, I says, yeah. I said, I can fly this thing.
That's what I found.
He says, you know where the indicators
You see
are?
my shot.
Like this?
Yep.
Probably would, yeah.
You got, said, just keep it on the indicators. He says, on autopilot anyhow. He says, but he said, it will drop and stuff. He said, you have to bring it back up or bring it down.
Well, I don't throw that in there.
I flew, got all the way back,
I
and
can do everything else.
I was coming. I went up and got around Nashville, because you had to go out around.
Right.
You had
Yeah.
another one
Have to
on
go
the-
around
But
the
I flew up
airport.
the Gulf.
Stood about like that.
I flew dead up the Gulf, and all of a sudden I got a red warning light.
Picked up like a toolbox.
I was coming across the Air Force Base
They
down
kept that
there.
Oops.
And I had to fly and go around the Air Force Base.
Yeah.
But I come back up, and I flew around Nashville, and got around the airport down at Louisville. It was kind of coming up 65,
This is about all I got right now.
And you know,
I'm flying along.
the more you get into it, the more you might want
I'm
to
looking at the
get.
big city up there, and
And I
all
got
of a
some
sudden
at home.
I hollered back there. I said, would you like to come up here? He says, why? I said, well, he said, I don't think I can land this thing.
Kind of want.
He come up there and he says, oh shit, he says, we're in Indianapolis. But that's really different. When you take it, you get up there about 400, 410 mile an hour, 420 mile an hour.
This is the wood. I took a
You just-
picture of it. The baby in
And
the
it's so
house,
smooth,
they told me
Yeah.
they did
and you're
it.
so high.
Well, it depends on where you are. Now, I was in a Cessna once and come across the Rocky Mountains, and in the heat of the day.
Yeah,
Now, these kids are 8 and 9.
oh yeah, the big planes do that.
But see, that didn't even bother me, because I just felt safe. I knew, okay, this is just natural, and when it drops, they're going to bring it back up. It's no big deal. But now that was not with my husband. That was with some other people. But they were all worried to death, that I was going to freak out or something. But I said, well, no, it's not bothering me at all. I said, I'd rather fly anywhere than drive. I said, this is great going across these mountains like this. I mean, we're going to be in Denver in no time.
Well, I flew out to get my camper. I picked it up in Vegas, and I got on the plane down to Houston.
They must have took it in now.
I'd fly from Dayton to Houston, and then get the plane to go to Vegas. Why? But anyhow, the stewardess said,
And the two
we don't
little
have
ones,
assigned seats on this flight.
those are about
And she said,
2.5 inches.
I'd advise you to sit on the right-hand
This
side
one
behind
had
the
cruised so
wing.
much it wouldn't stand up if I could on the base.
I said, it's a good seat. She said, it will be.
Stand up like
Got out there, and we flew across the Grand Canyon. He tipped the plane over so you could see the Grand Canyon
Yeah.
out the window.
when I fly commercial with my husband, he was 6'6", and we always had to sit in the far back of the plane in the very last seat so he'd have enough room for his legs. And I told him, I said, do you realize that if this big bird decides to take a shit, we're going to be the first turds to go out?
Well, I told him, I'll just tell you, I figured it out a long time ago. It's only $1 more if you're flying to fly first class.
He kinda got a cold.
Less than $30 a person usually.
Well,
And you got
I'd always flown commercial first class until I got involved with him. And then we had to go the cheapo route.
1,500 gallons. Turned around, went right back home.
Because he had to sit in the back of the plane.
Woke up at 1:30.
oh, you really needed the rest. So,
seat coming.
okay.
You've been working on that?
Those look like
I
sycamore
did,
leaves.
this is the one that I do. I like this one really well. And, but it comes out just like yours.
This goes so much faster when I can use a drummer on it.
Yes, absolutely.
I produce a lot of sawdust, but it goes quick.
No rules against it.
Normally it's not tapered like
But I've been wanting to
and
do
it's
other
all the way
bears.
through in the center.
Just go to sanding. I'll get that sander thing and go to sand away everything don't look like a wood.
So,
They're all going through.
I'm still working on the face,
What would you say?
so I
I would say you're right.
work a little bit on
Are
this
you think they're
nose.
drilled? I don't think they are.
It's gotta be something like this one, right?
They're really uniform. They're uniform, but
It should be
they're
flat,
drilled,
but
you know,
they'll
they're
be-
clear
You'll
through.
be standing there.
But I can't figure out what they used to put those in there.
Well, how does that work for the Fiber Fest thing?
The face will be
Do
the
we
highest
just
part
show
of the
up?
whole picture.
The tables and everything's there, we don't need to bring?
That's the
That's
old
why you show
detail,
it
that's the
Oh, okay, all right.
Okay, so then.
And I think it opens at 10,
This is an 1890.
so if I showed up by
If it was
11.
done, it's like this.
Right.
Just show up and see everybody else.
All right.
Or
Unless
like
you got your
this.
own booth, then I have no
I cut them
idea.
out a little bit after
No.
practicing the eyebrows.
Not planning to do that. Not this year anyway. I don't know. A few years ago, I had that bright idea that I was going to do it, and then that woman made me mad.
It's just
Why do you do
But I did find that, because they usually try to chisel this
There's
out and everything.
some lady
And
that
it's
works
good
up there
too,
at
but this time I just started here and
Gosh, what's it called?
instead of going here.
Chamber
go
of Commerce.
far away.
Right, yeah.
And that way I didn't have this, so this
Yeah.
sort of stayed out. and this didn't.
And I can't think of her name, save
And then I
me.
No,
just
She got short dark hair.
rounded the
Oh,
edges.
Vicky Quinn.
And then I got this over
Vicky
here,
Kay?
just way
Well, I don't, that name doesn't sound familiar, but it could be. I see her all over town all the time.
You know, like.
She's an older
Yeah,
lady.
yeah.
Okay. And she was talking to me one day, and I told her about that, and she says, "Oh, that girl don't work there anymore."
Oh,
She said she was rude to everybody all the time. And
Does it look at it
I thought,
straight?
well, you should have got rid of her a lot sooner, but hey, it is what it is.
Part of that face at an angle.
Well, see, this,
Well, maybe I ought to give them another shot, and then they moved up here to
that
the
one
I
is
got,
uniform.
community
These
center,
two are smaller than
and I just never pursued it after that.
There's a small one, and that's a little one. These others are kind of.
Somebody told me that I
I
could
got
get a
this one first,
booth
but of course,
for that
really,
festival
the one
for
I
free
got
as long as I was doing demonstrations. And I thought, I can do weeding demonstrations all day long, and, you know, that's no big thing.
Yeah.
Big ones, there's the small ones.
So I don't know,
Kinda look like they kinda.
but I'm not gonna do that this year. I got too much going on.
There's a big
Yeah.
one.
Took me 3 days and
For a retired person, Lord have mercy.
at night, and they shipped it
Yeah,
out.
but.
I'm doing
And then I got
16 shows a week,
That's what it is. This is an 8th of a
and I'm
bird.
about to start a Patreon channel, and so I'm gonna have to do
116,
a couple shows a week for that.
Oh, no.
And
We gotta sharpen them a little bit more.
I'm trying to learn some new software
Be sharp.
Oh, I,
Well,
to make my filming a little bit more.
Get the
You
feel.
got it.
yeah.
Well,
Like this.
Easier.
uh-huh.
it's supposed to be easier once you learn how to do it. You know, it's like riding a bike.
You never learned how to ride a bike. I fell down and I hit myself on that crossbar, and that was the end
And
of
that
it.
was the end of that.
I'm trying.
Yeah, you know, it's what they say. Well, easy once you know how. But
It's easy once you figure it out.
it's supposed to make it a little flashier, something that people want to watch a little more. You can put backgrounds in and do all kinds of stuff with green screens and all kinds of stuff. So I don't know. I'm going to try to figure that out.
Now you can pay for this?
Not yet. The whole idea with YouTube was that you could get monetized and make some money with it when I started out. Well, now YouTube has made their rules so stringent that it's very hard for anybody to even be able to get monetized. I was starting to make a little bit of money with what they call Super Chat, where the people that watch your shows can donate money to your channel. But YouTube had it set up in such a way that you have to have at least $100 before they would send you any money, and they keep 37% of everything that you make through the super chats. And since I have not reached the monetization level that they it's totally unrealistic. The super chat money that I was getting is now locked up, and I can't get to that until I meet a new goal that YouTube has made, and everybody is so mad over this goofy stuff that they're doing, that they're starting to look for other venues. And I'm on Twitch, but I'm not monetized there either, because I haven't been there long enough and met their requirements. So I'm trying to open up a Patreon channel, and with that, people have to pay to see the videos that you put on that Patreon. So I'm going to give that a shot. I started that last night, and then I got to a point where I couldn't do any more with it at the time. And I said, well, I'll work on it some more tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
And I did not.
And I had other stuff I had to get done today.
This is the only piece of corn I have.
But I got
Not going to.
that Drake I got is.
I mean, people that don't do videos that just watch them on there, they think, oh, well, this is no big deal. But you have to prepare for the show. You have to do the show. You have to do all whatever software and stuff that you've got to do and figure that all out to do the shows. After the shows, then you have to take care of whatever messages and things that you have and comments on the channel and answer questions and stuff from people. You're also trying to promote other channels and take care of them
My son was
so that
upset.
they are supporting your channel.
Goddamn it, your inheritance, boy.
And I'm doing 2 different sites with this stuff.
Stuff's gonna come up.
So the
But that's what Betty and I want.
16 hours worth of shows that I do a week actually take me closer to like 40 hours a week to do.
Paid off
Sure.
for a guy probably, unless I take more loans.
And I'm not making no money at this. Plus you have to have the software, and you have to have the computer and the lights and the camera and everything that you got to have in order to be able to do these things. It's not a cheap venture.
$45,000 on the new model. And went bargain.
I was gonna start here.
I thought.
Well, this is supposed to be filming him carving, and he ain't even over there carving. He done walked
I
off.
said, don't worry about it.
I'll let him watch you.
We're gonna sell everything here. After our funerals are paid for and banks,
Started
everybody's,
painting
everything satisfied.
and realized I didn't have it all carved on the other side.
There you go.
Well, I think I'll just quit
Like
now.
I do, don't you?
We've done that before.
Old Betty,
So this
she's ticked Brandon off a lot. He thinks he's getting, if I die first,
almost.
he's getting all my baseball cards, all my guns and all that.
Even the ones she doesn't know about?
Even the ones she don't know I got.
You think she doesn't know.
Well, she knows I got more than what she did know, because I couldn't find one. And I was tearing the damn house apart to find it. It wasn't in the house.
Uh-oh.
It was where I first looked. I didn't look deep enough.
So have you started cutting down this part right here?
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
I showed,
Just cleaned it up, squared it all up, except here.
I showed my son, I've got.
Well, Joe ain't here this week, so I guess Tom must have made him sick too. And
The masterpiece there.
Jim and John, they ain't here. He must have made them sick too.
Starts at 15.
Well, Jim and John don't come on, or John doesn't come.
And Steve ain't here, so he must be sick too.
Yeah.
You never find it. It looks like I didn't
It
put
looks like it's
Oh,
You know, I started in with the sniffles and the head thing and all that, and I started hitting the vitamin C and the antihistamine, and it's not too bad. I sounded worse than I am.
Yeah, I dug out the Mucinex this morning. I was like, okay, this has got to be the nastiest stuff I've ever put on now.
When I had that flu stuff there at Christmas time, I tried that Mucinex, and it had me running like crazy.
Really?
There was fluids coming out of me everywhere with that, and I had to stop that.
Yeah.
So I was going to melt.
Then your clothes wouldn't fit no more.
You know,
How can one body hold this much moisture? Where's this coming from?
Now, here,
but I'm gonna tell you
does this go
something.
down and almost go down?
I don't
So I'm
understand
taking,
why somebody has to have.
what do they call it? So it's the antihistamine that's
Benadryl?
Walmart
I
brand.
don't understand it. This doesn't work.
Something D.
No.
Diphenhydramine.
Back there with the
I've got a lot of single shots.
Sudafed stuff, you have to get it
Rossi single shot.
from the pharmacist.
Yeah.
The 30-06 barrel.
It's working.
Well, I don't feel bad. It's just I've been sniffling and coughing and, you know.
Sinus stuff going on. Yeah, I knew immediately when it started coming on that it was not that flu stuff that I had before, because that stuff, wow, that hits you like a ton of bricks. It's
so damn accurate, it's unreal.
strep throat immediately.
The barrels are all
My throat was so strapped
all the way
that it was bleeding,
I can believe it.
and then it goes straight to your chest, right into bronchial pneumonia.
You can't imagine shooting this because it's heavy as hell, and when you shoot it, there's no variation. A normal barrel, I didn't know as it taken the projectile out of to us. That's not much.
Oh, I heard a corny joke at book club.
Oh yeah?
I got a
How do you keep Canadian bacon from curling?
I don't know.
Take away a spoon.
I'll tell you what, I'm thinking about.
I think I would.
I didn't say it was good. I just said it was corny.
And it's going to be my oldest grandson.
My live stream Monday night, they was asking me some jokes there on the internet.
Manly's.
I don't even remember what they were. Something. One was about a chicken, and another one was about a turtle.
When you cross the chicken with the turtle?
No, there's two different jokes.
Somebody get them or something.
Why did the chicken cross the road to avoid KFC?
And
I forget what, something about the turtle shell. I forget what the turtle shell thing was.
Not 830-06 anymore, but what the hell is it?
I think they even got it.
They got one now that replaces the 30-06.
Okay.
It's called a 30-06. It's a big boy like that.
Yeah.
It shoots it.
Is that 308 or something?
Yeah.
And
It's cheaper, yeah.
I love my, I think he even had a 45-70 up there. And I had one of them, not in a Henry. And I like shooting that. I shot it 4 times when I bought it. I can't remember what brand it is, but you gotta hold that baby tight. So you let off,
He's
hold
chopping
it real
guns,
tight, that's something you can kick your shoulder.
not holding babies tight.
We did such a nice job cutting this out. So good.
I just had shoulder surgery.
Just did, yeah.
It hadn't been a year and I bought that 45-70. Went out there and shot it. Yeah, my God.
Hand crammed up?
Shot it
Letting
the
it
first
shake.
3 times, it
Oh.
was great. 4th time I
No,
went
we're not
out
doing
there,
that
it's
today.
pretty good.
Trying to get stuff done for
The
that.
new
My
medicine
hands
is
wanna
working no
cramp.
matter
Did that
what.
with
Get 3 spoons done.
20 gauge.
I've got arthritis in my thumb so bad in this part that it's like cat paws. Trying to work with cat paws. You know how cats do not have opposable thumbs, and that's how my hands are.
I shot it 3 times and my shoulder.
I think that's the only reason our cat keeps us around is so we have thumbs and we can open the kitty treats.
I was doing a video the other day. This was so funny. It was when I was getting ready to paint these. You have spray paint, and you spray it in the water to dip the lures in. Well, before you do that, you got to take the lids off the cans.
Well,
And my arthritis was so bad that I couldn't get the lid off the plastic
only had one
can.
shot.
So I thought, okay, well, I'll just whack him here on the edge of the desk and that'll pop that cap right off there. It shattered the cap and knocked the spray thing out of it. I still haven't found that spray thing. I don't know where it went. So that was one can of paint that wasn't going to get used.
Yeah.
And this is on live stream.
It's a little 22 and shoots long rifles. I said, yep.
Yeah, Tom thinks his coffee cup is in the crawl space now because he dropped it and he can't find it. He may be right. I don't see it down there.
I said, I don't have to kill them. I said, I can get away from them. And I said, they'll hobble the rest of their life. I get
BG hospital?
Yeah, that's shattered up, but, and, I used to carry,
Oh, really?
North American Army revolvers over there.
They put the directions on the lid on how to take it off in the same color as the lid, which makes it almost impossible to read. And then it's a little teeny tiny print that you have to get a magnifying glass to be able to see.
Yeah.
But I finally made out that there was two little things there on the side of the top of it you're supposed to squeeze to get it to release. And I'm squeezing for all I'm worth, but my thumb is just not working with me. So I sit it down on the desk and I've got both hands pushing on the thing, and I could not take the can off of the lid to save my life.
That's not what happens when I try to change the battery in the string trimmer. My hands aren't big enough.
Actually, I got two.
The whole time I'm just raising Cain about why do they make this so difficult?
They adjusted the trigger pull.
It was not designed by somebody with arthritis, I'll tell you that right now.
No.
Shoot, because shooting balloons, you're only about,
Some of the back doors.
this is probably about the farthest from here to the cabinet from shooting. So they didn't meet sights on them. They ended up bought it, cleaned it up.
But I thought that hydro dip turned out pretty cool on
Yeah,
those.
it's a 44 mag, but shot 40.
Plastic ones behind the big 6 foot, except it's only like a 2.5
Planks
feet.
in it.
I never really thought about doing that with fishing lures, but I was watching this one fella there on the internet, and he swears by it. Fish bite on him.
Oh, do you?
Whatever the little fishies like, that's what counts.
It ain't much. I was looking at it later.
Figure they ain't never seen nothing like that before.
It's just
I want to see what it tastes like.
Actually, it lays it.
I have grandchildren like that.
They don't like Tide Pods, do they?
No, they want me to come down there so I can live in their barn.
Keep Grandma in the barn.
But they have to fix the door first. That's the only thing you have to do is fix the door, right? So Grandma can live in the barn.
I got to the point where
Oh my God. I was talking to the neighbor lady, and her daughter was driving her nuts. She says,
upstairs all of a sudden I heard
I said, well, come on, you can move down to the barn with me. There's no one stable in there. She goes, I'm just about ready to do it. Girl drives me crazy.
Does that give a whole new meaning to the old Gray Mary and what she used to
Oh
be?
my God. Yes. They know the conditions. If Tom dies first, I will move down there under protest, but I'm not living in the barn.
That's what you think.
Daughter says.
you're welcome here anytime.
Oh, wait till you go to sleep and they'll wheel you out there.
Probably.
You might end up
Oh my God.
yeah.
I mean, we are opposite on about everything.
I used to have so much fun with my dad, though, after he had his stroke.
Everybody feels the bees now.
You are warped.
Well, we're not carving something.
I take him places, and when we go out, he could walk a little bit with a cane, but he couldn't walk for distances, so I'd take the wheelchair and put him in the wheelchair and wheel him places, and he pulled just as much on me, though, as I did on him. When he'd be in that wheelchair, he'd have his cane, with him in case he had to get out, get in the vehicle, and he'd have his cane balance himself. He'd use that cane if we got anywhere near a woman with a skirt. He embarrassed me, I don't know how many times. Just real easy, and he'd just use that cane to just lift
doing that, I was tired of the snow.
Yeah, I felt sorry for you there a few nights.
Yeah, he's a nice kid.
My father-in-law, Tom's dad.
My dad?
No, my Tom.
Oh,
I don't know your dad.
he's dead.
You're lucky.
So's my mom. Are they together?
Huh?
So's my mom. Are they together?
It could be.
Oh, dear God. Don't let your mom find out.
She's dead too.
Well, maybe she's with my stepdad.
They left me. I'm an orphan now.
So am I.
We're
Me
orphans
too.
together.
Yes. I know. I'm the oldest one in the family. I'm going to die next.
Yeah, me too. Oh, I was the only one. That was a lonely child.
I was too until she married Harvey, and then there was 2 more little boys that I had an absolute blast with over the weekend. And we actually didn't act stupid in the stores if we change. Usually we act like 2-year-olds that have escaped from their mother. What are you making? Oh, a spool. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I said that block wood needs cut down more than what I had it cut down.
How'd you do with your rolling pin?
Huh?
How'd you do with your rolling pin?
Put it back in the box. I didn't get it finished.
Tom, you're supposed to be our
Another UFO.
inspiration here.
Yeah.
I had to sleep by myself last night.
That's right.
I know.
He with his girlfriend?
He's seeing somebody up at the hospital that, puts him into bondage, puts all this crap all over his hair and his head and everything. So he's into that sort of thing now.
Yeah.
The what?
He went for another sleep apnea test. Just sounds better the other way.
Well,
I've
hell,
got
wait.
term hearing.
Hell, you should have called.
Well, when I woke up this morning, all of the blankets and the sheets, everything was on the floor. He's not even here.
Fella had a video up this morning, and when I pulled it up to take a look at it, he was working on something, and he had a shirt on that said Roadhog. So I left him a comment on his video. I said, nice shirt, really like that. But if I had one, it'd have to say Bed Hog. He got a kick out of that.
Oh, boy, I'm a farm animal that I never really cared for. I could eat them, but other than that, mean little boogers.
I don't remember Betty coming to bed last night. She said we talked. Must have been real exciting, because I don't remember.
You slept right through it, didn't you?
Yeah.
She waits till you're in that condition, and she asks you all the deep, dark secrets that she wants the truth to.
Sometimes that's not a good thing to do.
No, there's things you really don't want to know about your spouse.
That's true.
Anytime they say, come here and look at this, you're in trouble. Somebody's in trouble.
That usually be me.
Mm-hmm. Flo still in Israel?
Yeah, as far as I know. It's been nice not putting up with it.
You love her.
Yeah, Yeah, like a hemorrhoid.
She got you on tape again.
I don't give a shit.
It doesn't matter, the tape is lies. It's all fake.
He loves you like poison.
I ain't seen Steve for a long time. I haven't seen Steve for about a month now.
He was,
He was here last week.
No, he wasn't.
Steve wasn't here last
Steve wasn't here last week? Had a hallucination.
Told me he's gonna be here tonight, and they texted me later on and said, oh, I got a meeting, I'll be up late.
How in the world can you be up late and then get up at 3 in the morning to go walk?
Said, how stupid is that?
That's crazy. Get up at 3 in the morning, I go back to bed.
I get at 3 o'clock in the morning, it's either to maybe try to have sex.
At 3 in the morning?
Hey, when that urge hits, you try to get it whenever you can. But usually,
We know why she don't like him.
usually it's not the right time. It's not, how am I gonna say that? It's too early.
Okay. I would say so.
I go, what the hell is time?
Not when she's asleep. It's better if both of you are awake for this sort of thing. Of course, maybe you're into people who don't know.
Ophelia.
Yeah.
Don't you remember?
That's okay, I got a headache.
Go ahead, say something, go ahead.
I suppose that's the only way you can do it is while they're asleep. Have to do what you gotta
Have
do.
that basketball shoved up your,
It's like things I say about the neighbors.
Don't study on that so hard. She's about ready to blow a fuse. You. Since you're studying on that so hard, you're about ready to blow a fuse
what the
or
hell are you
something.
carving a donut?
Bagel.
Bagel.
It's a bagel with bagels and lox, cream cheese and lox.
Yuck.
I thought just the way it looked from the side view, it
Yeah,
looked like a
it's like a
donut or
donut.
something.
It's a donut. I'm having troubles.
I thought you'd have it perfected by now.
You think?
Been what, 8 weeks?
Give or take.
She ain't running a foot race.
All she has to do is just be slow getting it done.
There you go.
Yeah, Thomas is what I was telling you about last Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
It's Easter Bunny.
That was one. That's a two-headed bunny. Usually you got
You don't
heads
know-
on one side and tail on the other.
It's
Yeah,
you,
but
Miss
you
Janice,
but you
isn't
don't know
it?
whether he's coming or going.
Well, that's true.
That's okay.
I figured I'd flip out over and I hit that little camera screen, flip it.
Yeah, well,
Everybody gets sick watching.
Well, I seem to enjoy it.
Whatever makes me happy.
Well,
I thought about you, Jesse.
you did?
Yep, I went by a Southern Wells school the other day.
Woo-hoo.
I waved at you. Okay, I figured you did.
I would.
Jesse's in there giving them little kids hell.
I have. I had to give them a talk.
Uh-oh. Was it like a motherly talk?
No, it wasn't.
Come to
It's
Jesus
like you have
meeting.
made me mad. Do not do that to me. I do not tolerate that kind of behavior. That talk.
You don't want some damn redneck coming here. Well, I did hear that on my pager today that the high school principal he had called the sheriff about somebody.
Uh-oh.
At the
There
high,
must have been a
at
problem.
Jay County?
Yeah.
Kid probably must have done something really stupid.
Must have had a problem with it.
Well, there was something in the paper, I really didn't get a chance to sit and read it, but are they gonna do something out here at the high school and spend a bunch of money now, or?
They always do every year.
Well, I just wondered if they were gonna put metal detectors in or something.
Oh, yeah, I think, my husband said that Jeremy has come up with a 9-point plan to keep schools safe. He wasn't waiting on the government to do it.
Oh, you should arm all of the teachers. They should all be
That's right.
have an arsenal right behind them, ready to go.
I just can't imagine
Conceal and carry.
some teachers having
Guns.
access to that.
Yeah, that would be scary on some of them. You know, I don't understand this. I don't know whether it's because of the media.
That's the biggest problem with everything in life anymore, is the media.
But you know, when I was in school, we went to school, I had a shotgun in the back seat. There was 2 or 3 boxes of ammo in there. There's a pistol under the front seat.
And it never occurred to you.
And I had a knife in my pocket.
Yeah.
But if there was a problem, we went outside and finished it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fisticuffs, buddy.
Yep.
But see, they're not allowed to fight in school anymore. You can't discipline your kids at home anymore without somebody being all over you with CPS or something. And so the kids just run wild.
Well, mine, I'll tell you what, they come down and they picked me up. And they drugged me out there to CFS or whatever it is. And they told me that I couldn't. My son went out to school and showed him where I had beat him. And I told the lady out there, I said, I'm going to tell you something. You pull a 12-gauge shotgun on me, and I said, I will do to you the same as I did to him. I took the gun and I beat him with it. And I said, next time he'll think about pulling a gun on somebody. And that lady says, well, you can't do that. I says, lady, you didn't hear me. I don't care who it is. Don't do it.
Sometimes you gotta have a come to Jesus meeting with them.
Well, it
Make
don't
them understand.
They don't make sense.
You know, if I did something bad at home, I got my ass.
That's right.
And now whether I thought I needed it or not,
Yeah.
that really didn't matter.
That's right.
And
You got in trouble at school.
You got
You got it when you got home.
When the old man got home, that's when.
There wasn't no waiting for Dad.
yeah,
The problem is, time has changed and you're 40 years older.
Yeah.
you know, at my house, Mom and Dad's house, there was none of this waiting on Dad. to
That's
do
right.
shit.
That's right.
No, mom got her dabs in first, but then when the old man got home, then it was all over.
Well, my dad never got involved with it because he knew she was taking care of business.
And I knew if I bought Mom and she couldn't handle it, I knew my butt was the lawnmower or the grass, because the lawnmower was going to take over. Now, granted, she pulled a yardstick out once, cracked my ass with it, broke it in half, and I laughed at her.
Oops. You were not
Yeah.
a very smart child, were you?
It took me a while to get the knowledge that The next piece was gonna be smaller. And it was gonna hurt a little bit more, but I was a little stubborn, and it was about the 4th whack that I decided that was the right thing to do. Cause my butt was getting hot.
Yeah, I went to Catholic school, and them nuns had them pointers, them little round pointers. Oh,
It's like a whip.
oh, it was. And one was so mad she hit me and she broke it. And I looked at her and said, "Is that all you got?"
Oh, Lord.
I went to the principal.
When my dad was in school, I don't know what it was he did, but the teacher hit him barehanded upside the head so hard she broke his eardrum. So Dad was always hard hearing in one ear. But I heard that story I don't know how many times about you better behave and you better be glad you ain't got teachers like I had in school. You could still hear.
You hear what they got to say.
You know, the kids I went to school with,
Where's Bruner?
he's not here.
I was supposed to meet him tonight at 7 o'clock. That figured.
Oh, really? You can come on in.
Oh, we're here for something else.
Oh, okay.
We're not here to carve.
Oh,
And
okay.
there's other things going on?
He was going to show us a room we might want to use to have square dance lessons in.
Oh,
Bring
okay.
square dancing
Cool.
back to
Would
Portland.
you dance with me?
Okay, there's a room.
I
If you
might.
go through them doors there,
I actually almost got
find that
involved
hallway
in square dancing.
Uh-huh.
walk down there.
2008, about 10
there's a
years
room
ago,
there.
didn't you? Yeah.
They do a
Then
decent.
my job picked up,
If
and
he shows up, somebody
I just didn't have the time.
All righty, I'll tell him.
Okay.
But the guy that was trying to get me involved in all that,
We all
he
got a
was just way
square
too
dance
rough.
lesson out of that one.
I went to one practice session thing with him, and at one point he grabbed me up as big as I am and went to flinging me around like a rag doll. I'm like, okay,
Yeah, I signed up for
I
it.
think that'll be enough of that.
I seen the teachers, when I was in school, wrestle with the kids over power saws and shop saws.
We had one chase kid clear out of class, out of school, and down the street. Mr. Kane and Mike McCullough.
Mr. Hurst threw his baton at the clarinet section during orchestra practice.
Do you remember Ralston,
Bobby Knight's trick, huh?
the band teacher?
Yeah.
Oh,
And we did
The
have,
meanest
there was
man
a wrestling
in
coach at
Atlanta.
Central, I think, who slammed a kid up against the lockers.
Shit, we had teachers do that.
He used to pick on kids, something fierce in class.
And you know,
yeah, these happen.
that was the best thing that could happen.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we had some pretty damn roughneck kids in school. Now, some of them still did some shit. I
Yeah.
think in my last 3 years, I think one kid spent more time in jail than he did in school.
Oh, jeez.
In my class, it was Mickey League. Remember the leagues? And I'm trying to think, there was a couple others that were problem children. Phil. No, his name was Phil. What the hell was his name? Wallen was his last name. Joe Wallen. And there was another one too. He was always in trouble. Always. Fighting with the teachers. Mickey League's the one that threw the math teacher down a flight of stairs at the high school one day. They got into it.
one principal we had, he didn't care if you was a girl or a boy. You deserved whack.
Yeah.
And then study hall was in the auditorium, the principal's office right across the hall. You could hear that board whacking.
Wooden that board was the one thing that you definitely wanted to do if you lived in my house, because you got it at school. You was going to get it worse when you got home.
That's the way it was mine.
Now, parents come into the school and threaten to sue you, threaten to beat you up, threaten this and threaten that.
You touch my child?
My sweet little baby wouldn't do that.
Amen.
Child didn't do anything wrong.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I always told my kids, I says, don't start it. Walk away from it. But if they take the first swing, finish it. And I don't know whether that was right or wrong.
That's what my dad told me.
Walk away.
And then he said, and you better make sure that when you take that swing, you make it good, because if they come back at you, you're going to be hurting.
There'll be a test later, and I'll find out.
Say, don't pussyfoot around about it. Let him have it.
Sometimes that's what you gotta do.
Yes, Jeff. This is John.
Where are you?
Hey, don't worry. Don't worry about us. I didn't know anything. Sure. Okay, we'll see you later. Okay, all right. I understand. All right.
Quiet in here now.
That's because you're not talking.
I just talked to Jim, Barb's in the hospital.
Oh,
Uh-oh,
shit.
what
I don't know
happened?
what it is, he's coming over to see us. I tried to convince him to stay there.
Yeah.
But he
She in
said, no, I
Muncie?
can rush over, so I don't know.
She in Muncie or?
Here, got to hear Jay, yeah, because he said.
Oh,
he'll be
okay.
here in a minute.
Yeah, I was wondering why he wasn't here.
Did you catch that Barb's in the hospital? He didn't say, well, he's coming over, I told him just to stay in the hospital. When Jim decides he's doing something,
He's doing it.
I say, we've known him for 20 years, and there ain't
Yeah.
no way.
I've known him for probably that or a little longer.
Well, outside, I really don't like to admit I know him.
I wouldn't admit that either.
I like to admit I know Barb. Barb's a wonderful speaker.
Yes, he is.
They're too much alike, I don't like them to play
And the thought
together
of
too
you,
much.
the thought of you folks willingly sitting in a room with Jim with a knife in his hand. I worry for your safety.
We all have knives of our own.
We all have knives, so we can fight back.
We're
You're
equalized.
very fast, so I guess, you know, that's.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll leave you alone.
Oh, you're not bothering
That's
us.
all I want to know.
All right, yeah, I appreciate that.
I'll make sure he stops in before he leaves.
All right, thanks. What the hell did you turn this up?
I don't know, probably threw her down the stairs or
She
something.
was having some kind of problems he was talking about. Maybe not the last time he's in here, but the time before.
Yeah, that shield deed on some medicine.
That's right, yeah. Uh-huh.
Shield deed on some medicine.
Well, they overdosed her at the hospital.
They overdosed her at the hospital.
Oh, at the hospital?
Yeah.
They have the weirdest story on the news last night. People took her husband to the hospital. He had a heart attack or something. They pronounced him dead. He didn't die till the next day, and they just let him lay there. And he found the pulse after the third visit after hours.
Oh my gosh.
I said he probably wouldn't have survived things, but
I'm sorry.
In this day and age, there's no excuse for that.
Yeah, that's,
Back in the old days, they used to hang a bell right above the grave and run a string down into the coffin
So just in case we're still alive.
and leave somebody in the cemetery for a couple days. Just in case whoever they buried wasn't dead and grabbed that string and went to ringing that bell, you'd know, hey, they're still alive and dig them back up.
I think you've read too many books.
Well,
No, I've read that before too. I've read that same thing.
There you go.
well, right down here is
You
Barry
guys went to
Freeman.
school together though, didn't you?
Same school.
Same school, well, there
But
you
we've
go.
heard it since, ain't
There
we?
you go, I think you got something there, Charlie.
It's Ohio people.
Yeah.
Them
Just
damn
dumb
Buckeyes.
Buckeye. Just a
Damn
dumb
Buckeyes.
nut. That's all we are.
But Barry Freeman down here, they brought a guy in, and he was going to embalm him. He said, I'm tired at the end of the day. He said, I'll just do it tomorrow. He was up there doing some paperwork in the office. All of a sudden, this guy come up, the guy come
I've never done one.
back to life.
Oh, really?
Yeah, come back to life and come up there and was just screaming, and where in the hell are my clothes?
I do one, I try to do another one.
He said from that point on,
It's always the best.
always wait at least a half, 3/4 of a day to make sure.
With all the modern technology that they got, you wouldn't think that those kind of things would happen, would you?
Be surprised what kind of things would happen. Be surprised what kind of stories my daughter, the nurse, can talk about. Oh my God. I never want that child taking care of me.
Yeah, I got a friend that's a nurse, and she's in the ER.
Yeah, that's where Beth is.
You wouldn't believe some of the things that come in. Yeah. Yeah.
They're imaginary, but they're cookies. Sorry. That was
That's
too
another
easy.
Buckeye thing, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
I got a wig on a headstand at home. That's my best friend.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Doesn't talk back to her or anything.
That's right.
Doesn't eat much.
I always loved that guy that had that. He was a wrestler and always had that head with him.
I don't remember that
I
one.
forget his name now.
Probably after we stopped watching wrestling.
Was it the
It was
National?
wrestling, not wrestling.
Yeah, that's right.
He
Used to watch that with my
he
grandpa
said that
on
up there
Saturday
and talked to him.
afternoons. And they'd have the midget wrestling on.
God, I love
Remember
midgets.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were so cool.
Grandpa laughed so hard over that.
Yeah, me
Yeah, I
too.
watched it with my grandpa.
then
Everybody
there-
else thought it was nasty.
There was Andre the Giant.
Oh, I loved Andre.
Andre the Giant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Andre had so many. Bobo Brazil,
Yeah.
Dickie the Bruiser.
Dick Bruiser, yeah.
Bruiser, yeah, I remember watching that for Black and White. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in black and white days.
Old Dick the Bruiser used to come for me. It was
Right in
Bobo
here,
Brazil.
right in
Bobo
here,
Brazil, yeah.
in the gym.
And the last time he came, he was out the New Armory.
Yeah,
And I was out there with, I had Brandon out there. Of course, he got there late and he had his white Cadillac. Then I think Bobo and them got in the same car and left together. After they beat the hell out of each other.
Back when I lived in
laughed and
Inglewood,
took your money with them.
my husband and I went to the Holiday Inn Lounge one night, and the wrestling was going on at the Hair Arena.
Yeah.
And so we're sitting in there having a drink, and in walks Jake the Snake.
Jake the Snake?
Jake the Snake with his girlfriend. So we, said hey to him. I said, come on, sit down, So we sit there and had a drink with Jake the Snake and that girl that he ran with. I forget what her name was.
I always liked Jake the Snake. All right, what'd you do to her?
What's wrong? What's going on?
She was losing blood, and her blood count was 7.5 when we got her in there Monday night.
Oh, she been that long?
Well, you took her to Monday to the doctor, and they took her blood count and sent her over to the emergency room. And they gave her 2 pints of blood and only raised it to 8.1.
What's it supposed to be?
10
10 to 12.
12, up around 12. So they gave her 2 more yesterday. Done the scope today and didn't find anything to cause it, so I don't know. But she's better because her blood count's up.
Yeah, get the blood up her. See, mine was down to,
You got blood?
Not anymore.
And I had a whole bunch of cookies to bring in and they're gone.
Well,
Yeah.
So whether it'll be good next week or not.
don't worry
Of
about
course
it.
they will.
Put them in a plastic bag.
Yeah.
Mine was down to 7-1, and the doctor come in and said, "You're gonna die."
And
Well,
Barbara,
someday, yeah.
Barbara's 7'5". They were concerned. I'll be back in a minute.
All right. And they ended up giving me 3 units of blood.
Wow.
Did the scope. I just stand up and fall over.
Been drinking?
No.
You have to ask these things.
Wouldn't drink anymore. You just not any less.
Stand up and fall over, sort of like cow tipping.
Wouldn't tell you what I smoked.
Betty catching kind of zen, you know. So,
Yeah.
And I always hate when they do this upper and lower scope, because they always do the lower first, and then they go down with the same damn tube. And it just tastes like shit.
You are so
How
bad.
funny right there, you know, ain't it, Jesse?
It was, Bob was having that done in a couple of weeks.
Tell him, make sure, because I asked the doc, I go,
already asked.
"You doing
He's
the
already
upper
said
first, because I don't want it to taste like shit after the bottom first." Betty just looked at me. Yeah, when I first started doing that, we was in Illinois horseback camping. I wasn't feeling real good. Got up in the middle of the night to go pee and standing up, and all of a sudden I just dropped. Betty never got out of that boat so damn fast in her life.
my blood sugar will do that to me.
And
Yeah. I watched Tom.
I was behind the door.
It's all sweaty and wobbly and.
And I thought, God, I gotta get up, because they kick that door and they're gonna be right on top of me. 'Cause I knew she was gonna go get the other couple we was with. I get to bed. I go, we got a water leak here. It just felt like everything was just pulsing so damn hard. I didn't sleep like shit all night. Got the next day and really felt like shit. They ended up took me in, put me in the hospital. Guy goes, "Can you go pee?" Yeah, I can go pee. Go in there and about fainted in. So they put me in and got me in the emergency room. A nurse and a guy held me up while I tried to pee.
Oh, he's second.
And I really didn't care, you know, as a lady nurse.
Oh, yeah.
I'm kind of shy about
Hey, look at his
that.
lineup. Man, that can't turn out to look like that.
When you're about to pass out, it didn't really matter anymore,
Yeah.
did it? Choose your battles.
They admitted me. Hell, I think we was there for a week and I got a ride twice. That pissed me off. And I told them I had blood in my urine, in my stool. They didn't do anything about it.
I just figured it was your time of the month.
And I was told not to get up and go to the bathroom by myself. But I did in the middle of the night, fell down again.
You should listen. They
And there
tell you
was
these things for a
A
reason.
person across the room was having a hell of a time. Nurses were busy with them.
A friend of mine was talking to me one night on the phone, and she said, "Listen, I gotta go." She said, "I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta go." I said, "Okay, fine." So we hung up. And then I didn't hear from her for a couple of days. And I'm like, well, that's not like her not to, get back in touch with me or anything. So I went to looking for her. She'd ended up, when she was on her way to the bathroom, she fell over the cat and broke her hip. And had to crawl to get to her phone to call a friend of hers, and she lives over in Cleveland. And, so it wasn't like, if she called me, I could do anything for her, except call her an ambulance. But she called this friend of hers to come over because she still had to go to the bathroom after breaking her hip. And she was all worried about that and had her friend come over to the house to help her get to the bathroom before they could get an ambulance to take her to the hospital. And she's got a broken
Like,
leg.
when you gotta pee, you gotta pee.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was laid up for like 3 months, I think, with that.
I can believe it.
Pinned her and then had her in rehab and
So I think our cat's got it in for us too, because she has to walk like half a step in front of you. And then she hollers if you step on her.
Well, you're supposed to take and boot them.
She's been booted before, but she's old now.
Every
yeah,
time
you
they
hate
get a half
to,
a
you'll break
step
her
out,
hip
they're
if you
booted.
beat her now.
No, she just falls off the couch now. Which is why we named her Grace. Because she has no grace. She's a snot too. Beautiful animal, but Lord, that girl's a snot.
Only beautiful cat I've seen has been a cheetah or a lion or tiger.
There's some pretty house cats. There's some pretty ugly ones too.
What did a damn house cat anyway?
Keep me warm at night.
I like a house cat. I haven't had one since Bigglesworth died, but
Who?
Mrs. Bigglesworth,
Oh, God.
she was a Persian.
Grace is a long-haired cattle cat.
She sounds pretty.
She's gorgeous. And she is the most uppity thing I've ever had.
Biggs was tricolor, but it wasn't like a calico. She didn't have the orange. She had
Yeah.
black and gray and tan.
Grace is mostly white.
You do pretty good with that butter knife.
Attitude.
Don't do too bad chewing on it, does it?
Let it
Where do you get your
let
soap
it
from?
Just kind of kept the distance there when he was here.
What are you making, Charlie?
Bear.
Oh, okay.
Bear.
I can see.
Trying, first bear I ever done. It's kind of slow process.
Oh, my first bear I ever done, I was naked. Ran around bare naked.
I did a bear this morning to the shower.
I would hope you know what to do in the shower.
Glad.
That's your business.
I'm always naked under my clothes. Aren't you proud of me of how nice and neat I'm staying over here? You ain't done yet.
I know. I'm afraid I'm gonna cut myself on that one.
You want the butter knife?
Get your knife from McDonald's.
Sport.
It's got teeth on it.
Give him a sport.
Yeah, see, that's a happy rabbit there.
It's a sad rabbit.
What'd you do, eat the rest of him?
Yep. Well, they've all got.
No, sad rabbit. Happy rabbit.
It depends on how you feel that day, which way you hang.
That's right.
If the rabbits are unhappy, you know to hit the door. You know, you gotta have fun with this.
That's right.
Would you use a router and cut those out?
Yeah.
Charlie cut it up. I'm just observing it.
How's yours coming, Charlie?
I'd say.
That's
I haven't really worked on it much. I got kind of burned out cutting it all out. Started on it and I set it aside. I'm gonna get her back out here.
He's in there talking.
my whittling didn't do much.
He's down there talking for 30 minutes.
Oh, well. I'll just tell you, I don't get off the ranch very often.
Neither do I. I like it there.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Okay, tough crowd.
It's great to love where you live.
Well, where's all your shavings at? That was a great big old bar a few minutes ago. Now you got it whittled down to
I wear
a little stick.
She
no,
wears
this is a
hers.
different one.
You got a
Six
pocket?
baby. Huh?
You got a pocket in there? You putting them in?
No,
That thing was a brick.
I know.
Look at it now.
Amazing.
And she's not got no shavings up
Hey,
there.
how are you? Glad you can make it. A little late.
She must be eating them.
Hey, well, no problem, Mary. Get your shit and get out.
Are you practicing for a new job, Tom?
Yes, I am. You think I'd last more than 2 hours?
No.
Yeah, the thing is, you can't do that. You've got to sit there on the chair with your lap, with your hands folded, and you walk in, you go like this. You don't say anything. We don't have one person out there, a greeter, that says anything other than sit there and go like this.
They're like them, what do they call them? Head wobble dolls?
Yeah, bobbleheads.
Bobblehead?
Yeah.
Bobbleheads.
They'd have to tie a string to my head on the door, that way when it's open, I can go like that.
Well, I never looked to see if they had one.
You heard that story about the Walmart greeter, didn't you? That got fired the first day.
Yeah.
That was me.
That lady come in the store and she had 2 kids with her and she's just cussing and screaming at them kids and carrying on. And the Walmart greeter says to her, well, what children you have? Are they twins? And she looks at him and says, what the hell's wrong with you? One of them's 12 and the other one's 6. How in the hell do you think they could be twins? And he says, oh, well, I figured they must be twins because I didn't think anybody would sleep with you twice. Whoops.
Well, I drove truck for a good while. And when we had Ledwicks out here,
I worked there.
well, my wife would get all the kids, and on Friday afternoon, she got paid, she'd go grocery shopping. Well, that happened to be that week, she had 2 extras. Instead of 4, she had 6. Which, I had our one son is HDHD or whatever it was. He's a squirrel. And you put him in one cart with the thing, and this woman come up to my wife and she said, "Are all these damn kids yours?"
I'm really sorry you have to put up with him.
The old lady
appreciate it.
told him, says,
And you too.
"No," it said, "They're not." So I just pick them up on the street corner and bring them out here because it's damn much fun to
You
shop.
live in Dunkirk.
Someone has to, we were not gonna.
They wouldn't let me see that first till we moved there. I got there and I went, oh my God. You guys working on the same project? What have I done?
Now they won't let you out, will they?
That is, but we are.
Have to show papers.
I'm waiting for my parole to come through.
I got my knife.
Bear
Take the
day.
boy home.
I'm so happy we both started a bear today.
Oh, is that okay?
Yeah.
What are you working on, Carl?
I'm working on some parts for my house.
Oh, okay.
They got I punched some holes in them.
It's all right to me.
I'm gonna get a couple little rabbits from my stand.
Think of that season, huh? That season, huh?
Well, we gotta buy the
Bunny.
shamrocks.
Those are my fishing lures.
Yeah. We're gonna take up a collection for her. Get her a new knife.
Yeah.
That butter knife's getting dull.
Yeah, this thing ain't worth a crap anymore. I've done wore it out.
Where's John and all them?
John's not feeling
They're afraid
good.
of us.
I don't know if you know Barb's in the hospital. I took her in with her Monday evening and she was setting up eating when I left, so I better get back.
All right, well, tell her to take care.
Thinking of us.
Tell her we said hi.
Well,
Hope that she gets better.
they're supposed to get her at 9 o'clock this morning. They finally come and got her out at 1:20. Took her back in the prep room, and then they didn't get her back to her.
Well, that's a
room
fancy
till
tool. How do you use that on there?
About 3:30. Back to her room about 3:30.
Just like regular knife.
That's
They told me to be there. at
sharp.
8:30
It's
this morning.
sharp on the
They got her
sides
a
too.
little
Both sides, yeah.
Oh, friggin' day.
No, you flip it around, use it, lay it
Told
down.
John I need him here tonight
Push it.
with Barb. I
No.
told him forgot all about it.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
dyslexic, so you
I
got me
figured
confused.
something must come up
Yes.
and
You
let
know
you-
John?
No, I don't.
He's
Oh,
the
like that,
president of
okay.
the Indiana
All right.
Surveyors Association
Oh, well.
for all the state of Indiana.
Oh, well.
But that's,
And, I looked on place to start working with us.
Looks pretty good.
Back in town in Colorado.
Peeling that off there.
oh yeah, it'd peel right off.
And I thought about the city
You
center back
gotta be
there.
smart enough to know what you're talking about.
Don't take it that way though, does it?
Now, if you have
You can.
Oh,
If you know how.
Use the opposite side.
yeah, that will.
This?
Yeah.
Going back
All
there?
right, well, good luck.
It's sharp on both sides.
Sharp on both sides and round in the middle.
Round in the middle.
I'm down in the middle, but I'm not sure.
Who's round in the middle?
Most of us in here, actually. But you're the skinny one.
Not real sharp on either end, though.
And then you have to give it them credit to my mom and dad. They had you.
That's your mom and the mailman?
So Tom, you're an only child?
You bet.
Yeah, when they had him, they quit.
Yeah, the other one died and I killed him at birth.
You was a twin?
Huh?
You had a twin?
No. Cause them people think I'm a twin to several people in town. Oh, God dang, I ain't that ugly.
I've never seen anybody with the same eyes.
Yeah, me neither.
Except your kids.
Yeah, Christy's got them.
Yeah.
My mom had beautiful eyes.
Did she? They died young, didn't they?
Yep, she died at 46.
Oh my goodness.
My mom died at 41.
Wow.
2 weeks after graduation. That was quite a year.
Yeah. Okay, my mom died after I finished radiation. Like, just wait till summertime, Mama, please. And it was not to be. That was awful.
actually pretty easy. This wood is pretty good stuff.
Keep that one.
I have no
I know I ain't going back down south.
I'm gonna order some from Eagles or whatever it is.
These are the
The people
knives
of
that I
the-
absolutely love.
Oh, they'll be
Where Randy gets his wood.
Master Carvers. I've heard of those.
Donkey.
I really like them.
It's a good looking knife.
Starts with
They
wood,
are.
that's all I
It
know.
looks like it's comfortable to hold
They're
too.
they're
because-
down there
comfortable.
at that show in Muncie.
It's extremely comfortable,
Do what?
and
There'll be wood down there at that
and they
show.
hold
There'll
an
be
edge
wood
like
down there,
like
it'll be Indiana
I mean, just
Yeah, I got some last year.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to invest in getting a new knife. This is just a little cheapie that I had.
You want the new
Torn
knife,
ox.
Brenda? Or you want the new knife?
Yeah, because, well, this was just a little cheap knife to see if I could deal with
We have
this.
some here. If you're interested. I think they're right about $30.
Sounds right.
That sound about right?
I'll have to check my finances and
And they look just about like,
a Rammelson.
it looks about
You
like
got Helvy knives?
the wood's different.
I got one
They look
back
like
here.
this,
It looks just like that one.
okay,
and it's a really sharp knife. It stays sharp.
okay.
Don't break the tip off of it.
Well,
Did you break the tip?
using it for a pry bar.
And I bought this one while right after down there in
Uh-huh.
Dayton. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't have it but 3 or
Those-
4 weeks. I broke the tip off of that.
I've been working with those. I can't get those.
What do you
I
get
was
it?
carving that snake out of that.
They feel like they're razor sharp, but they just.
Yeah,
Look down there digging. And
yes.
I've worked with them and worked with them.
Woods.
I should've got this
But-
one out and left this one sit.
I can't get an edge that works. I don't know. I'm gonna have to keep working on it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Randy's got my,
A good knife will take. People's told me a good knife, if you get one, like a set of those, and you get them to a point where they're razor sharp and they stay there, says it could take you 2 to 3 years sharpen them all the time.
Yeah.
There for a while, every time I had a knife get dull, I went and bought another one.
Yeah, it's one way to do it.
Max and I was the same way.
Had a guy give this to me last couple times.
Yeah.
This you couldn't use.
That's an interesting blade on that one. Got a bevel.
I think I was with him when he bought that.
Probably.
Got a bevel tip on it.
He took me and he says, yeah, that's a left-handed knife. I'm left-handed. He said, I said, let me give it to you. He says, better give it to you than throw it away. He said, I'm right-handed. He said, don't do me any good.
Yeah.
Well, after yesterday, I went out and did a lot of stuff that I shouldn't have done yesterday.
I wanted to, but I didn't.
I spent the day doing computer stuff
I
yesterday.
need to clean horse stone, but it's too wet to go out anywhere.
Manure spreader gets stuck.
Yeah, but they will blow.
He couldn't put boards down.
Too much work.
That's too much work.
Okay. I used to have horses too.
I've been keeping it real clean, and even when I was working so much, I was still keeping it pretty clean. And I got behind 2 weeks now, so.
Yeah, we used to, when you came, I'd come in from work. I was work in the factory, I come in from work, that's the first thing I do, is go down and clean the stalls. Every day. Feed and water, and then go to the house.
Yeah.
Because if I go to the house, I didn't get back to the morning.
My dad worked 11 to 7 shift. He'd come home at 7 o'clock and go out and take care of livestock.
Yeah.
Get them all taken care of before he'd go to bed. Unless he had to work in the field, and then he'd go work in the field, get him a nap before he had to go back to work.
Yeah.
Missing Joe tonight too.
He's probably got Tom's cold.
Probably, Joe does.
They was swapping spit there for a while.
Yeah, you know.
I know, he's just so irresistible.
You know. I just go nuts every time I look in the mirror when I'm naked.
Where'd you go? Where did it go?
Yeah, look at this. Now you can have nightmares all night.
That's gonna be a nightmare.
I'm a little guy.
Hard.
This is one hard nightmare.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Da, da, da.
Time already?
I'm done.
Yeah.
I get here at 5 o'clock.
He starts an hour early so he can
I
leave an
start
hour
an
early.
hour early.
He's on about that time.
Nah.
Or I'm on Central Standard, just like the rest of you guys will be directly.
I'm still trying to go.
They're gonna,
Indiana.
the Central Standard line is gonna run right down the High Line.
The what?
We're gonna be in Central Standard Time Zone
When they
this
change
time
it
next year.
I liked it when they
They're
didn't
in the
change.
process of changing it now
Change what?
to us to Central Standard Time.
Really?
Yes, down the State House.
Well, I was reading, actually.
You can read?
I can, but I was watching a video on sleep. And they said that the day that we go back to start daylight saving times where we spring forth, the rate of heart attacks go up 24%. The day after, in the United States, it goes up 24% because people get less sleep. I thought that was the most interesting thing.
It wouldn't affect me. I don't get any sleep
I
anyway.
could believe that. I really could.
Oh,
I can sleep all day, all
doing that
night,
thing
every day.
on the state of consciousness, sleep and stuff. It's scary, but if you don't get enough sleep, it's gonna happen to you.